There is such a creature in the world. They were discovered by a few people, but it doesn't officially exist. We refer to this group of creatures as unidentified, mysterious animal. The identified organism is referred to as UMA for short. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Yuan Mei video series. This issue brings you the spread of an unknown creature from southern Europe. TAZO, as always. TAZO refers to the Alps. That includes France, Switzerland, Italy, Austria, and Bavaria, Germany. A type of creature in folklore. The names given to him vary from place to place, including Tazoras. Tunnels are worms. Mine, dragon. Caves are worms, jumping like a worm. Arithus, and more. In the description of TAZO, it's very different from country to country, and from century to century. The most common of these is described as has a feline head. Body length is between 2 and 6 feet. Only 2 front legs remain. It takes the form of a snake, scaled all over. In some places, he is also described as harboring poison. Can spray poison gas, make a harsh roar. A person can stand as tall as a person when they are unconscious. They live in caves, they have dug themselves, attacks passing animals and humans. There are many legends about this creature. The author only shares 2 streams with you here. The most popular story, the first is said to be on a farm in Switzerland. There was a young girl who was taking care of the bucket cover. It alerted the tasso worm, who was resting in the hole, was attacked today. The girl was frightened, run away quickly. In this version, TAZO is described as completely grey, creatures the size of house cats. No hair, all over, only 2 front legs. Another story is that what happened to a father and son when they went up the mountain to collect. The busy man suddenly heard the tragedy of the child. Screaming, he hurried over. Find the child. Under a nearby rock lies a terrifying monster. It squeaks like a snake. With a cat's face, have a pair of big bright eyes. Man immediately picked up a stick and stabbed the creature. I didn't expect his skin to be very soft. Easily pierced. But here's the weird thing. Green blood splattered from the wound. Severely burned the man's leg, so that he can only limp home. The road becomes long and arduous. No matter what kind of legend, it all shows that this is a kind of strange and dangerous creatures. And the sightings of this creature, it's beyond measure. One of the earliest dates back to the 18th century. 1779, near the Alps in Tyrol, Austria. A man named Hon. The men in Sforches were picking blueberries in the mountains, met 2 TAZO. He described seeing creatures that were 5 to 7 feet long, has a snake-like body, cats and animal heads, 2 front paws and a sharp fangs. Forces was shocked. He immediately ran home and told his family about it. And then he died of a heart attack. Same place. Nearly 100 years later, in July 1883, another person named Caspar Arnold's men saw TAZO. Like a worm, he is very. Make sure the creature he sees has only 2 front legs. In 1828, a farmer in Solothurn, Switzerland, in the dry swamp, the body of a TAZO was found. He took it to a local professor. The latter reported it to Heidelberg. The body was accidentally lost on the way to Heidelberg. There is another version of the record of this event. It means that on the way, the farmers took the bodies. Most of the corpse was eaten by crows, caused specimen damage. 19th century, there have been many sightings of TAZO. For example, the Gutten sighting in Switzerland in 1811. Terror, in 1807 Hesselwald incident, and so on. It is worth mentioning here that, in those days, TAZO. Insects are generally considered to be real creatures. Here we go. What really made TAZO known to the public? It was the height of the hen thing in the 20th century. In 1921, 2 Austrians reported, "It's near Lausry. Found a TAZO. Like a worm, he can jump 9 feet high. Grey body. It's about 2 to 3 feet long. Heads like cats and animals." 1929, an Austrian teacher reported finding the tower, walking like a worm. He tried to capture the creature, but he was very agile. He quickly escaped into a hole and disappeared. 1954, a Swiss photographer named Barkin claimed, near the Alps in Malingen, Switzerland, "I happened to take a picture of TAZO as a bug." The photo caused quite a stir at the time. Glass, Illustrated magazine, and even sponsored a search for bugs, adventure plan. But it ended in failure. Later, this photo is widely regarded as a hoax. Derivative zoologists believe that this is a ceramic sentence prepared by Bal. In the following 1960-69 years, 1970 to 1990, there were similar sightings in 91 and 92. The author will not describe them one by one here. Until 2000 years, a strange biological skeleton appear in people's careers. He was sent along with a large sum of financial aid, donated together to the Geneva Institute of Science. After the research of scholars, they cannot determine this. What kind of creatures regret? Ultimately, the Institute's biologists say this could be long considered a myth, the first physical evidence of animals. But here's the weird thing. The original owners and donors of the share price are revealed. And the German gangs that handle transactions, House LLP, also refused to disclose any information. The last reported incident was in 2009. In Italy, Tresvio, near the Swiss border. Many similar reports have emerged. Local officials will report these. It comes down to an escaped pet lizard. But one of the witnesses mentioned with certainty what he saw was not a hunting letter. July, a surging fruit farmer from Italy reports that saw a kangaroo on the mainland of the village. Strange series of creatures with forests crawling over them, and so on. To sum up, there are many eyewitness accounts of him behaving like a worm. Then this mysterious creature, does it really exist? According to the information found by the author, the mythological nature of this creature is enormous. In legends, it is usually associated mysterious dragons are linked together. It was called Alpino. It's not like a normal Western dragon. It's more of a half-snake, half-dragon creature. One of the oldest records. It's about a 14th century dragon slayer. Before Rudolph's time. There is a dragon, like a snake, lives in a cave near Ming Swan Castle. Huge impact on local residents. A criminal named Heinrich von Winkler, in exchange for freedom, and accepted the task of slaying the dragon. He fought the dragon with a spear and successfully destroyed it. But when he raised his arms in celebration, dragons fall from arms, touch his skin, kill him instantly. And this dragon, it is believed to be the earliest prototype of TAZOrusia. It's the 17th century. 1660. A man named Andreas Rodolph exists. Sargensaren meets a 4-legged cat-faced dragon. He describes the creature standing up. The hind legs are as tall as a person. It has boar-like anal hair on its back. There are many similar sightings, recorded in their writings by later generations. But because of these recorded creatures, all are named after the dragon, so I'm not including it in the TAZO here. Worm-like sightings. In the early 19th century, mollusk and Swiss ethnologist Johann Rudolf Weiss. The history of the appearance of TAZO. Conducted in-depth research. Also, established TAZO, the saying that insects are not dragons. According to the interviews and investigations of most local descriptions, this is a toxic and rely on short-footed worms with cat heads, defined as a snake. The reason is that it started in the 17th century. Alpine herders have talked about it. TAZO has the habit of sucking milk from cows. They will be grazing. The era is white rooster to prevent this from happening. And as we all know, the rooster is a nemesis of snakes and worms. So, TAZO. If the worm is a snake species, it is very likely. And study its name. The name of the TAZOruba we hear now. The first half is a transliteration component. Tatsarum is a German word. Translation means to say, with legs. Actually, in Switzerland, where sightings are most intense, they prefer stolen worms. To call this creature, I thought the tunnel was like a worm. The reason is that this creature will enter the winter, looking for the crevices in the mountainside to hibernate. Snake tail. Violent toxins seek hibernation. Just look at these descriptions. This episode may be identified as a solitary organisms of the family, like Heliduci, or a pig. This is also a worm for TAZO now. The most common explanation. Naturalist Carl Wilhelm von Dalle. He also wrote in 1887, The History of Alpine Dragons explains these so-called dragons. In fact, it should be identified as a species that has attracted snakes. But here's the thing. Toxic gases and species have now been discovered. They all live in the United States, on the other side of the Denmark Strait, Mexico, and Guatemala in the south. And the cat, the head and only the forelimbs, are two key features. There's no explanation in that statement. And zoologist Richard Freeman believes that this could be an Australian lungfish. Lungfish is a very peculiar freshwater fish. Their air sacs have evolved to function as lungs. It allows them to breathe air. This fish once proliferated on Earth in ancient times. The continuation of the race is still preserved to this day. It can be said to be a living fossil. And the Australian lungfish, it has been found in lungfish, the largest species, can grow up to 5 feet, weighs 95 pounds. But the problem with this statement is, lungfish don't have very long tail fins. It's not toxic. It will not attack humans. And the most obvious difference is, lungfish do not hibernate. It was sleep. Completely different from TAZO. Actually, the author believes that such creatures are possible. It's an evolutionarily incomplete snake. For example, the true snake that has been extinct since the white evil sacrifice. He is considered to be the white evil lizard and the ignorant snake. Most fossils have been found as snake. At the Müller Museum in Bergamo, Germany, you have this remarkable fossil specimen. September 2006. In our country Linye City, Shandong Province, there is a citizen surnamed Ma, once caught a 2-class golden snake that gave birth to a rich one. Professor of Life Sciences, Linyi, Normal University, Shandong. Watch. This should be a kind of return after genetic mutation. Ancestor phenomenon. In addition, the Alps have a diverse climate. High humidity is suitable for burrowing organisms to survive. There are rare creatures that have successfully evolved. It's possible. Although to this day, we still don't know. What kind of creature is the TAZO? But at least that's a minority. There are still sightings in the 21st century. Maybe in the near future, someone will come to unravel the mystery of this creature. Whether it's a new species or a misidentification, this will contribute to ecological protection, the study of development, provide important theoretical value and practical desire. Still the same sentence. The unknown is always greater than the known. This is also the charm of UMA. Okay, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.